AEAC is made possible by Air Venturi, Hawksport Optics, Diana Airguns, FX Airguns, Pro Air Federation, Air Arms, Sportsman Rings UK, H&N Sport Pellets, Air Marksman Airgun Accessories, and JSB Predator Pellets. And you guys know the best way to thank them. Ooh, Barra Airguns, guys, talk of the town. We are here with Jacob and Geo, owner and product development. Getting dizzy. For Barra Airguns, today we're going to get you all through their product. We're going to include the 400E fully automatic BB gun. We're going to talk about their regulated pre-charged pneumatics, their brake barrels, their replica pistols, their underlevers over here, and probably everything in between, so buckle up. This is going to be a lot of information. But before we start through the product, do you just want to introduce yourself, Jacob? If they're new to you and haven't seen our previous videos, we'll talk about the company a little bit.
Yeah, so my name's Jacob. We started Barra Airguns about 4 years ago. So we were helping companies sell a lot of products in different retail channels, and we had a great opportunity to get into the airgun space. So we've been working on all these different products for the last few years now, and so really finally able to bring a lot of that stuff to market now. So it's been fun. It's been challenging. You know, a lot of late nights. My wife gets mad at me sometimes. But yeah, we're excited and really excited to show you some of the stuff that we've got today.
And Geo, what's your role at Barra?
So I try to take concepts and turn them into reality. So yeah, same with Jake. A lot of late nights, a lot of work, a lot of going back and forth with factories and within the development team, but in the end, I think it's worth it. It's
worth it, guys. If you want a reality check or some context and foundation, do a YouTube search for AEAC Barra 400E. We've kind of done a couple of videos together. I've got a full review out on this gun, as well as kind of a Q&A in the wake of that video with these guys, answering the comments in the section down there on YouTube. So hit those up and you'll kind of have a better idea of what we're talking about today, maybe to begin with. But guys, you want to take them through the Barra 400E and tell them a little bit about what it is and what makes it so special?
Definitely. Gio, why don't you kind of go through and tell them really what they need to know. And this is one of Gio's first big projects, so I'll let him have the glory on this one.
So yeah, this is my baby. You know, I'm an air gunner myself, and CO2 guns always frustrated me. They're kind of seasonal where I live, so I wanted something that I could shoot all year round, and I knew electric power would be the way to go. So I basically started with an airsoft AEG, beefed it up to where it could stand up to the demands that are put on it with a 4.5mm steel BB, and here we are. So this is really kind of the ultimate plinker. It's got a semi-auto, a full auto mode. You get over 1,000 shots per charge, so you can do a lot of shooting. It's pretty incredible.
How many BBs are you guys running in the mags for these? And do you have a mag?
Yeah,
show them?
mags. So it takes a standard AR style magazine. It holds 50 rounds. So you have basically a plunger with a spring-fed system in here. So you'll fill this up with 50 BBs and then insert your magazine into your mag well and start shooting.
So can you guys talk to maybe rate of fire a little bit, velocity, what BBs are healthy for the gun, what aren't?
Yeah, sure.
Jump on that.
So yeah, this is not a hunting gun. This is more for tearing up cans and spoiled food and things like that. It shoots 400 feet per second. You're looking at about 550 rounds per minute. Depending on your battery, it might be as high as 600. So there's some variability there, but yeah, it's definitely enough to keep them targets getting chewed.
And the battery lives where?
It's here in the butt stock. So you just remove that cover and plug it in.
So it's basically airsoft tech on steroids.
Right.
Essentially, exactly. Yeah. It takes a Dean's connection, so it's a very common LiPo battery. You're going to see it in the industry. We're not only airsoft, but anybody who's into RC, You know, this is a very standard connection, or they make a lot of basic conversion cables if you have like XT30 or XT60 connections. So there's a lot of options out there, so it's not like, hey, you have to buy a battery from us or a charger from us. There's a ton of options. It's a really well kind of established technology at this point. So they're really nice. I mean, you can, like Geo said, you're getting a lot of shots on this. And I mean, we talked about it in our review video, but once you get a battery, you pick up a battery for 25, 30 bucks, and you're getting hundreds of thousands of shots on that battery for $1 or $2 to charge it. So really that's a huge advantage for this. Geo said it's the ultimate linking gun. Once you buy the gun, like, you don't need to buy anything but more BBs to shoot, right? You're not paying for CO2, you have the battery, and you just keep recharging it, keep shooting it. Geo's shot over 500,000 rounds.
Oh yeah, and counting since the last time we spoke.
Through one gun with one magazine and one battery. So we've really built this gun to last. And we feel confident we stand behind the product. If you pick one up, we feel like you're going to be really happy with the long-term performance.
I'll validate that. When they sent one to me for review, and you guys can check out that video, I tried like mad and I wasn't able to break it. And I was out there in the Florida heat for a couple of weeks just cranking on that thing non-stop. I mean, it just performed flawlessly. It was really impressive. So. You guys will probably enjoy that video. Please check it out. Does one of you want to just take them before we bounce to the next gun? Just do an end-to-end, so that, kind of a feature benefit, so they know what they're looking at. Because this isn't your typical BB gun. I mean, there's big benefits here. That, you know, going to electric from CO2, you don't have pressure drop, like Jake was saying. You've got like 50 rounds of mag, 1,000 shots per battery. You're not spending all that money on CO2. Like, there's lots of goodness going on there, but there's also greatness going on in the design. You guys want to speak to that?
Yeah, for sure. So for us, we wanted to create, you know, a clean AR style gun. So it has this faux suppressor on the front. The barrel, actually, part of getting that higher level of velocity, you needed a longer barrel. So the suppressor actually does cover part of that barrel that extends through here. This has standard M-LOK slots, so any M-LOK compatible accessories fit right onto the handguard. So you have a ton of flexibility to add any, you know, accessories that you currently have, or there's multiple options on the market, of course. You have your pick rail on top, so any type of reflex sight, or, you know, I know people shoot some of these with scopes, so there's a lot of options there. And then we have really a clean face here. This is all CNC machined aluminum, a polymer pistol grip, and then you have your polymer buttstock. So this has a nice large capacity storage area for your battery. It's a 6-position stock. You also have like a QD sling mount right here. You can, you know, have a strap. There's a lot of options there. So we really wanted to make this comparable to what you get with the standard firearm and M4 style firearms. So it's great for, you know, Geo mentioned it's the ultimate linking gun, but it also is great for training, doing drills at, you know, 10, 20 yards even. There's options there. Of course, you'll need to be mindful of ricochets, like you maybe wouldn't as much with a normal firearm, but it's great for a lot of those types of situations.
Can you speak to the dual roll sights that you guys are running on top of here? I thought these were really cool.
Yeah, so you have a flip-up sight, so you got fiber optics, or you have a ring which is adjustable for windage right on the gun. So those come with the gun. You have the option to add any other sights if you desire as well. So.
Good deal. Okay. Is that it for the 400?
We do have one big new announcement we want to mention on the 400.
What do we got?
So one of my pockets here. So we've heard you guys on the speed loader. You know, with the speed loader, basically the way this works for reloading a magazine is the speed loader is required. Oh, thanks, Steve. So the speed loader is required to load the magazine, and it does take a little practice in terms of getting the angle right and having the movement going. Steve kind of goes through this really well in his video, so that's a great way you can learn. But we're actually upgrading the speed loader, so it will be out this early summer. We're going to have an updated metal plunger and handle, so it's going to be the same frame, which is clear, so you can easily see the BBs, but this steel plunger is going to make it easier to load your magazine. One thing that, of course, you'll need to be mindful of: don't overfill your magazine. We've had some customers send magazines back with more than 60s. I think even
68 was the record.
You guys got a record.
When you overfill this magazine, you're going to jam that spring, and your gun will not cycle. So the easiest way is you basically have 5 rounds that go in the feeding chamber. So if you can count to 10, you know, you're going to be pretty good knowing, hey, I filled my magazine up. So that's what we're recommending. Just count how many are going in. Obviously, you'll need to make sure there's BBs, but the speed loader is clear, so that makes it easy to see. Hey, I've got BBs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 50 rounds.
Awesome. Can we wrap it up talking about price point and color options?
Yeah. So we have 2 options available right now. So we have the black, which Steve has. This is a custom one we had done. The tan and black are available right now. $400 for the black. The tan is $425.
Is that a hydro dip?
No, this is actually a custom Cerakote job.
Okay. So is that like a prototype, or we?
Well, we're thinking about. Well, we're hopefully going to have a few little extra things you can do in the near future. So we'll stay tuned on that.
Awesome. All right, guys, don't go away. We're going to set these up and go grab something else.
Good.
All right, so this is the 1100Z, or pre-charged pneumatic, with an Alteros regulator. I have that right?
That's right.
All right, talk to me, guys. What do we got going on here?
So yeah, we've heard a lot of comments on the 1100Z, and we really appreciate all the suggestions and feedback. It helps us develop a better product. So one of the things, obviously, the first gun didn't have a regulator. We're now offering a regulator option, so this will be available very soon. Of course, with the regulator, you get more consistent shot velocities. So you do take a little hit in power. We're looking at 26, 27 foot-pounds, is kind of that top end in 22. So,
what calibers will you offer the 1100Z in, and what price point are we in here?
So they're in 177 and 22 right now. The black model that Jake has there starts at 275. This one's at 300. We're also going to offer this walnut stock, so that'll be another option that'll be available later this year.
Okay, and I see that one's got a magazine in it. Does it come with a single shot tray or anything like that?
Yes,
or how many mags?
Yeah, it actually comes with 2 magazines and 2 single shot trays, just in case you lose one.
Okay, and fill pressure for this?
3,000 PSI.
So this would be a hand pump-ish friendly deal.
Oh yeah, it's got a smaller reservoir on it, so it's very, very easy to hand pump.
Oh, good. Got it. Okay, so right there.
Right.
That's not going to fall off in the field. What's going on up here, guys? Anything, any threads or anything funky?
So you've got half by 20 UNF threads, so if you need to make it a little quieter, you can do so.
Awesome.
Comes standard on the gun.
All right, and these are the 3 stock options?
Yeah, so the walnut will be out later this year. The black and bale are available right now. So really we want it. I know a lot of you want quality wood stock, so that's not something we've been working on. But the great thing about this rifle, it feels, even if you pick up the polymer stock, you know, some of the basic features, it has an adjustable cheek rest here for all options, a side lever, and this is a all one-piece metal machined breech. So really, for that, it's going to be really solid. If you're mounting your scope to it, it's going to really hold the position really well. You also have your Picatinny rail up front for adding a bipod, and it's solid in the stock. The barrel band actually screws directly in here, so it's very solid as well. And it's shrouded with an air stripper in here, so it already has some sound suppression. Obviously, we mentioned the option you can add more if you want. So for us, we really wanted to make this a solid gun at an entry-level price point where you have a lot of features where you know, historically you may have had to upgrade to get some of those features. So we really wanted to have a good opening package for you. It has a single stage trigger, but it has a faux first stage with the ability to adjust the trigger.
So it's got some take up, you can make it feel like a dual stage a little bit.
Exactly.
Right, if I'm sensing what you're saying. This walnut smells fantastic. I mean, just this far away, it's wafting, and it's just great.
So one other thing with this, we're also going to have a full lineup of parts available on the website for purchase. So, hey, say you want to mess around with your gun, you damage something, you know, you can go on, you can buy a new fill probe, or you can buy a new valve, you can buy a new gauge, you can buy all those different, like a side lever, all those parts are going to be available, a new barrel. So you have the option to really mess around with the gun, and then you can just go to the website, purchase the parts directly on the site from us, and you're good to go. So that's an option we have available right now. So we'll be, you know, putting that word out there a little bit more, so you can see some of the things that you can do if you pick up the rifle.
You spoke to it a little bit earlier, Geo, but velocity again in the 177 and 2.2 and power?
So 177 is actually pretty high. Some of the lighter lead pellets, you can sling them out of there almost 1,200 feet per second.
Okay, crack.
Not very usable, but think about what that translates to with a slug.
Yeah,
so
or a heavier pellet.
You're looking at serious, you know, slug potential 177, definitely heavier pellets. In 22, you're looking at about 900, 975, depending on the weight. That's unregulated. The regulator is going to drop that down somewhat. So,
yeah, kind of the original design idea with this, and Geo likes to be really humble, but we wanted to make this a higher powered gun at an opening type of price point for you. So, like Geo mentioned, you get 36 foot-pounds in 22, and I think we were testing it's like 32.
I've gotten as high as the low 30s in 177.
So really, that was kind of the original intention was, hey, you're going to get a lot of power, you know, at a really good price. We realized that a lot of you want to shoot with the regulator as well, so we have that option. You know, now like Geo mentioned, so really you have the ability to kind of customize the gun according to what you're wanting to shoot, what you're wanting to do.
I love that. I love everything you guys are saying. But to be clear, they can buy it without a reg if they want to go like super high power and turn it into like a budget slug gun or something.
Right, and then if you want it, you can get that later on. You can upgrade it, change it out.
Sure.
So, I mean, we can install the regulator for you. You can buy a regulator from us, just the regulator.
Pretty easy to do.
Install it, and we're going to have some videos and written instructions to explain to you. So, yeah, we're going to make it easy. We won't just send it to you and say good luck. You know, so there are a couple things you have to do, but it's not going to be too labor intensive to make that happen. So.
Love it. Anything you want to add, Geo, to the 1100 before we move on?
I think that really wraps it up.
All right, so can we grab the Sportsman, your pumper?
Yeah.
And then this replica behind me that looks like a 30-30. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. Be right back. Okay, lots of new goodies, guys. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so this is we talked about it in one of your other videos, but kind of our entrance into the airgun market. We acquired Bear River Outdoors and Black Ops USA. This is a gun that originally was developed by that brand, and it's overall been our best-selling item over the duration of when Bear River Black Ops owned it versus when we owned it. So we sold a lot of units of this.
What is this?
This is a multi-pump, a multi-pump air rifle.
I'm genuinely asking. I called it the pumper. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a multi-pump rifle. So you have on the left side of the rifle, you have 50.
What?
Yeah, here I can show you. So you have your a door for loading BBs right in here, and then you also can load pellets into the chamber. So this is a magnetic pin, which will pull on your steel BB if you're shooting BBs. This takes up to 10 pumps. If you're shooting BBs, we recommend you doing, lower amount of pumps. BBs don't shoot really accurately at high velocities, so if you're going to shoot BBs, lower pumps work great. If you're going to shoot pellets, you can go up to that 10 pump range and get really good accuracy. So this is a great gun for just shooting around in the backyard.
Yeah.
It sells for $60.
Nice.
And Geo's killed who knows how many squirrels with this thing.
What's the velocity on that? And one.
So out of the box, you're looking at right about 800 feet per second with lead pellets.
What?
You can work on them a little more and get a lot more.
Okay.
And it does. It makes a really good little squirrel getting gun. I've taken a lot with that.
Nice.
You don't have to worry about hauling around air equipment that you do with the PCP.
It's so light.
You carry that all day out in the
like
woods.
3 pounds.
I wouldn't want to
pounds?
carry this one all day in the woods compared to that. So
no, or this feels as heavy as my real Marlin 3030.
For sure.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so what have I got in my hands?
So this one we've had for a while. This is a new model that we have. Let me grab some.
Yeah.
So this will take a cartridge similar to a standard lever action would. So you'll load the cartridges into the chamber like this. You have your tube magazine right here.
Will you do that again, but just towards the camera where they can see it? Because that was really cool. I enjoyed that. I just want them to be able to enjoy it too.
I was looking at myself. So it takes one of these cartridges just like your standard lever action. So you'll load it here. It operates like a lever action would. And this takes up to 10 cartridges. So you'll just seat your pellets. You'll seat a pellet or a BB in the rear of the cartridge.
Oh, okay.
It has a little rubber casing there so that it stays put. And then what this does, it takes 2 CO2 cartridges in the stock of the rifle. So it'll pressurize that whole chamber, and then you're off to the races. One thing we've worked on with this gun that we're really excited about is it's going to have an interchangeable barrel system. So basically you can remove the barrel plug on the end here, take out your barrel, and it's going to come with a 177 smooth bore barrel, but you'll be able to take that out and purchase. We'll have available a 177 rifled barrel or 22 rifled barrel, and you'll just put that barrel in, put your barrel plug back in, and a screw. So it's a very simple process, and once that's done, then you can shoot pellets through here at even better accuracy than the BBs, and then you can also shoot 22 caliber pellets in the rifle as well. So because it's encased in that cartridge, you don't have to change out anything here. It's simply just changing out a barrel.
So how many of these will come with it?
It'll come with 10 cartridges. It'll use the same cartridge for BB and pellet. Of course, if you're going to get a 22 caliber barrel, you're not going to be able to use a 177 cartridge. So we'll have those cartridges that you would then need to buy as well.
What are you naming this?
This is the 1866 CO2. So this is close to a actual original 1866. This is a black version. We're also going to have this available in gold and silver finish. So I think the gold one's not here right now, but we have a silver one in another part of the booth. So this also will have the ability to add, there'll be a Picatinny rail section right here that can be removed for, if you're a purist, and then you can simply add a reflex sight on here, to have better vision. This does have flip-up sights as well that it comes with. So.
Jacob, when and how much are you thinking?
So this gun's going to be out later this year. it's going to be the $200 for the black version, and then the silver or gold will be $250.
Which is an amazing price point, because when I hold this, guys, it's solid wood and solid steel. Like, this thing's legit. This really does feel like my 30-30 at home.
Yeah, so we wanted to make something that, you know, you can get a similar experience to shooting your standard lever action at a great price point, and then you have the flexibility to really, you know, change the calibers, do some of those things like that. So it's, you know, a great gun that you can do a lot of that with.
Impressive. Geo, what are you holding on to, brother?
So I've got the Sportsman 1200G. This is a brake barrel. It's got a gas ram. Even more interesting is it has 2 barrels that come with it. So it's got a 177 barrel and a 22 caliber barrel. So you can play around with different types of ammo. Sometimes 177 is cheaper to shoot. A lot of guys like to use 22 for hunting. So it kind of gives you that 2 guns in 1. So
nice. And what money are you asking for the 2-in-1?
These are 189.
189
for the veil. Yeah, we have a black version as well. That retails for about 170.
Yep, and it comes with a 4x32 scope and rings, so everything you need to shoot except for the ammo is in the box.
And if you said it already and I missed it, I apologize. Which calibers?
177 and 22.
And 22.
Yep.
Great. Okay. As long as you've got the 1866 there, can we talk about this too?
Yeah, for sure. This is our original item we launched under the Barra brand. So this is our best-selling item. We launched this in late 2019, about a year after we started. So this was kind of our first big project. So it is a multi-pump, just like the Sportsman 900 that Steve has in his hands. So you also you have your 50-round BB reservoir here, and then you also have the ability to shoot pellets if you load them into the gate right here. So this item, the hammer functions as the safety, and it has a, you know, it's not an authentic replica, one-to-one replica, obviously, but it has, you know, really kind of a nice throwback feel to the original cowboy style gun. So it's really popular for us. We sell it in Walmart. We're looking at selling it to other physical locations as well, but it's widely available online. This is a great kind of starter gun. Just like the Sportsman, it's 1 to 10 pumps, lower pumps for BBs, higher pumps for pellets, and it's about, you know, similar power levels.
I was just going to ask, same velocity?
Yeah, pretty much same
velocity.
Wow. So great for shooting squirrels, or if you just want to, you're just wanting to kind of mess around in the backyard, it's great for that too.
So this ain't Joe Daisy Red Rider.
That's right. That's right. Upgraded.
And it's a very, very easy pump gun to pump. So
right.
It has massive amounts of leverage. So if you've tried multi-pump guns before and you thought they were a little too much of a workout, that one's the one to go with.
Oh,
yeah, it has a great long leverage point, like Gio said. The pump handle is a metal pump handle. Right. Extends the whole length here. So we actually have a patent on this pump lever where you're able to really get a lot of that leverage, so it makes it a lot easier.
So it's good for the kiddos, maybe a first-time entry level. Gateway gun.
For sure.
All right, so we want to wrap it up with some pistols?
Sure, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Be right back. Okay, guys, replica pistols. What are we looking at?
So I've got the 1911 right here. It's a pretty authentic replica of a modern 1911. You see we have the pick rail here. You've even got the grip safety. So this is a really good thing if you carry a 1911 or you just like to shoot a 1911, but you're not wanting to buy all that 45 ACP. So it does take CO2 cylinders. I believe this holds, what, 18 rounds of BBs?
For BB, yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty sweet little replica.
What kind of money are we looking at?
These are right around that
110. 110, depending on the channel that you're buying it at. But.
And then I want you to feel the trigger pull on that.
Okay. Very crisp, and it felt like that wall was there, and then I just broke right through it. Light too. Nice.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite BB gun triggers. So
it's a lot of fun to shoot. That one, it's got a nice strong blowback to it.
It does.
So that one's really popular for us.
And I think it shoots. This is like neck and neck with our Schofield in terms of accuracy. This one's another one of those shockingly accurate BB guns.
Super slick.
And it is field strippable, so you can tear down the gun like you would, standard semi-automatic pistol.
It looks great. May I?
Sure.
I'll trade. You can take them through the hand cannon there next.
So this is our 357. This is a more modern type revolver. It is double action, so you can pull the trigger or you can pull the hammer. The cylinder swings out, and kind of like what we were showing with that lever action, you've got the cartridges that it takes. Again, you can shoot BBs or pellets. You put CO2 here in the grip. It comes with a pretty decent set of fiber optic sights, so if you want to shoot irons and maybe traditional irons don't work with your eyes anymore, these are pretty bright fiber optic sights. So this is another one of those plinking type category guns. It is a load of fun.
That thing's legit. You could club a polar bear to death with that.
You could.
That thing's unbelievable.
It really has some heft to it.
It does.
So.
It has a good quality feel too. What kind of money are we in here?
Yeah, so these range from, depending on the finish, we have you have the 2.5.
Yeah.
Gio's got a 6. We have 4-inch barrels, 8-inch barrels. So it's really ranges from about $70 to $100, depending on which option you get. It also does come with Picatinny rails for the top and bottom. So like for this one, it doesn't have a bottom rail, but the longer barrel ones do. So you can add, other type of accessories right onto there if you want to, mess around with it.
And you're just calling this the 357.
That's right.
All right. So okay. What do you got in your hand there? Another 357?
I've got this one here is a Smith Wesson Schofield replica. So this one is a top break revolver. So this was technology that they kind of developed back in the late 1800s. Specifically, originally was done for those on cavalry, so they could quickly, with those Colt Peacemakers and some of the other ones, you're going through one round at a time. Ejecting your spent cartridges can take some time. This one, you simply pull this lever here, and it breaks open, and your cartridges come right out. So this one.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say this one's nice. If you're seating, you don't even have to take the cartridges out. You can push the pellets or BBs right here in the back. This one these are pellet cartridges. It also has BB cartridges specific for BBs if you want. So this one is extremely popular. We have, this is a 7-inch nickel version. We have a 5-inch version here. We also have other color variations. The nickel has been our most popular model over time. So we're excited. We also have a new feature coming with this pistol later this year. So we showed you with the 1866 CO2 version, we have interchangeable barrels. We're also going to be offering that same feature with this. So currently it has a smoothbore barrel. We're going to offer it with a 177 rifled barrel and 22 rifled barrel. And it's going to be an option for you to just purchase that barrel, and it's backwards compatible. So that means if you bought a Schofield, you can simply take out your cylinder, take out your old barrel, and put that right in the pistol, and you're good to go. So that's something that we've heard a lot of people want other options, but a lot of people want the BB option. So we tried to make it so, hey, you can get what you want, and there's something for everybody kind of thing.
Ultra impressive. You talk about diving into the airgun industry from airsoft, like with both feet. I think you guys have accomplished that. So guys, if you don't know, Barra Airguns is one of those companies that's very transparent and vulnerable and of the community. So if you leave them a comment down below, they will absolutely read it. And so, hit them up with your feedback on what you think, encouraging or not, and they'll take it to heart, as you saw with that speed loader, and they're just looking to get better and do right by you guys and grow as a company. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Guys, I can't thank you enough. That was an amazing presentation. I wish you a great show.
Thanks, Steve. We appreciate it. It's been fun. So thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for giving us so much of your time.